Okay, it is literally 11:40 at night. I was sitting here having a little bit of Bible study, kind of with myself. Well, I was literally just journaling, and then God called me to like Bible study. I don't do videos like this at all. This is not what I do at all. But if God told me to do something, I'm working on being more obedient in doing so. So yeah. And God, I'm just gonna have him speak through me because it's gonna sound raw and choppy. Like, I don't know. Um, so I was just reading and in Proverbs 18 and things like that. Like, I was just today at church, we were basically talking about like gratitude and things like that. Just the sacrifice that God always wanted was just thank you. Like, you ever had somebody just like, you gave something to somebody and just like they never say thank you, or like, but you don't really expect it. It's just kind of like where God is. So I gave him my thank you at the end of the night because, and not even thinking about today's service or anything like that. It just, I'm always very thankful to God. I always give God praise and thanks and such. And I ain't always perfect. Let me just say that at all. There's times where I'm fussing too. Okay, there's times where I'm like, God, you are really breaking my heart right now. And yeah, but anyway, long story short, he brought me to Proverbs, and I was just basically reading. I started from Proverbs 18, and I'm not gonna give y'all all of that part. Yeah, God has me doing something separate for that part, but for Proverbs 18:11, and then I read Proverbs 17 and 19, and when I first read Proverbs 17 and 19, which reads, anyone who loves to quarrel loves sin. Anyone who trusts in high walls invite disaster. And when I read that, I immediately thought of myself when that last part was anyone who trusts in high walls invite disaster. I am a very introverted person, not because that's just naturally me, but because of that's just kind of how the world made me. And I just kind of put up these really, really, really high walls for myself. And I don't really invite people in. I mean, I'm very warm and inviting, but I don't really get deep with people anymore or really open myself up to people anymore. And just the fact of saying it like it invites disaster, I really do kind of feel that as well. There's times like I enjoy my alone time, but there's times where I can be very lonely. But I also find solace in that. I really do. Like, and I know that God is like, yeah, that might be good, but baby, where I'm going to take you, you deserve more. And I'm not the only person this message is for. Like, I'm not the only person that needed to hear this, which is why God has me doing this, which is why I'm being obedient to say it. And I don't want to take a long time because I'll be watching these videos too, and I'll be like, girl, get to the point. We go get to the point. Yes, I have my blue glasses on. Okay, girl, that's besides the point. Besides the point. Look, God got me. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that part I read in 17:19, and that second sentence kind of resonated with me the most, and it might resonate for somebody else too, right? But then he brought me to 18:11. Well, I basically kept reading because I was intrigued. Okay, at that point, he got me. 18:11. The rich think of their wealth as a strong defense. Says they imagined it to be a high wall of safety. And when I read that, I'm like, okay, double the confirmation. This is God wanting me to say something because immediately it resonated against it yet again. And it's literally just kind of reminds me of just where we are all in society right now. Just basically people in my generation, like born in 1999 or like early 2000s and things like that, and even like 98 or whatever. It's just like the microwavable society. We see a lot of people getting these really big blessings, and what seems to the rest of the world in our eyes, it just seems like really big blessings, and that's great and things. But you never know what people did to get those things, and yet alone, you also never really understand how is that exposing their character, their spiritual defense, anything like that. Like, when you put your trust in money or anything like that of the world, you are going to fall victim, pretty much. It's just what God is speaking through me. And it's and I wrote this because it says, this is just what God placed on me, right? It says God isn't just talking about when I went to Proverbs 18:11 and 17:19, God isn't just talking about the emotional walls we build, but an invisible financial status of them as well. And then, quote, because God and I be having conversations, yes, we do. His quote literally to me was, "How foolish to be behind or to hide behind things that can be destroyed or destroy you." Felt that, okay? And then basically, it's just what I got from that was just open your heart and your mind. And that's just what God wanted me to say. I'm not going to stay here any much longer. I feel like that is the message. And who that is for is for. Who it ain't for, it ain't for. And time will always tell. Period. All right. Love you guys. Good night. I know I've been very inactive. I'll be around. I'm enjoying my solace right now, baby. Whenever God get me back on this train of just being myself again and all this stuff, I'm gonna be back to my regular scheduled program. But yeah, I just wanted to drop that because God put it on my heart and I'm gonna be obedient. All right, good night.